How are your wings, sir?
Fabulous, super spicy.
Can I get you anything else?
More wings, obviously, and can you ask the chef for his recipe?
I'll be happy to ask Chef Wisniewski to get you his recipe for his spicy wings.
Hi, I'm Dan Wisniewski, and today I'm going to show you how to cook Emma Lagasse's spicy honey chicken wings. First, you want to start out by washing your hands. After that, you want to get out all the ingredients. 20 thawed chicken wings, 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of garlic powder, a half tablespoon of freshly ground pepper, put them together, all your essence or your rub. You want also the kosher salt, the 1 cup of the hot Louisiana pepper sauce, 1 cup of honey, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and your blue ranch dressing for serving. First, you want to preheat the oven. So what you do is you press bake, and you press 400 start. We have to prepare a rub or essence to put on the wings first. You have to get 2.5 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, and 1 tablespoon of dried thyme. I move these all off to the side. Then you want to mix them thoroughly. I'm going to mix these for about 30 seconds until you can't see any individual spice, until they kind of look like all one big color. Alright, after that, you want to combine in a large bowl 1 tablespoon of the the salt, your pepper, your dried garlic powder, and your 1.5 cups of flour. When you're doing this, you always want to have something to flat edge it so you can scrape it off like this. And make sure it's even, and you put it in the bowl. And then you have to have 1/2 cup, which is half of 1 cup. After you combine that, you want to combine your essence with that too. Then you want to mix this really, really well, because this is what you're going to put on top of the wings. Alright, after you mix it together, so it makes kind of a brown color, you mix that for about maybe 10 more seconds. Then to make sure you have it all done, you go to the bottom, and if you can see any individual ingredient at the bottom, that means you have to keep doing it. But I finished this. So after this, you want to get tongs so you can coat the entire wing. You get the wings, and you stick them like this. You want to make sure you coat the entire wing. After you do this, shake off any of the excess. When you're preparing the wings, to stick them on, you want to make sure you have a baking pan. You line it with aluminum foil, and you spray it with Pam, like this. Alright, that's good. And when you're putting them on the trays, you want to make sure that there's an even amount of space. Like, if you shake it, you put it on, and make sure it's at least an inch or an inch or two in between each wing. After that, you want to set them in the oven for 20 minutes. When you're sticking them in here, you want to set the timer for 20 minutes like this. While the wings are cooking, you want to put the sauce together. First, you get 1 cup of the spicy Louisiana hot sauce. I'm going to use a liquid measuring cup for this. And you want to make sure it goes all the way up to the 1 cup mark. We adjust enough in here. You want to make sure it's completely filled. And after that, pour that into this. Then you get a half cup of honey. Also, you want to make sure that this is filled up to the halfway point. And if you don't feel like squeezing it out, you can always just take off the cap like this. Stick that in like that. Then you want to get 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And when you're sticking this in, you want to pack it down like this, so it's really hard packed. 1, 2, 3. When you stick it in, it should make the shape of the tablespoon cup that you're sticking in. That way you know it's compact. And you use a whisk like this to mix it all together. Now once I finish mixing this together, I'm going to coat the wings. The wings still have another 15 minutes. And then when you're mixing this together, you want to make sure it's a dark, dark red. You want to make sure there's no chunks of either the honey or the brown sugar. See, it's nice and smooth. Alright, after the timer goes off in 3 seconds, you want to turn it off. Because that means that your wings are done. So you can take it out. You want to use an oven mitt so you don't burn your hand, and you want to stick it on hot plates like these marble material, so you don't melt your material that your counter is based on. You want to take those out, and after that, you want to get your hot sauce. Get the tongs, and you want to you know how you dredge the wings and that baking coating? You want to do the same thing here. You want to make sure everyone is completely covered. And even if it isn't completely cooked, that's okay, because we're going to cook them again. After you've completely covered all the wings, like this, and they're evenly separated, like this, you want to stick them in a preheated oven at 425 for 6 minutes. So you set the timer for 6 minutes. Press start. And then you get your oven mitt again. Open this up, move your face away, and stick it in. And you let them sit there for 6 minutes. When the timer goes off in about 1 second, you You turn it off, and using your hot pad again and your hot glove, you take this out, head away, and you turn the heat off. Take out the wings like this. Make sure they're golden brown. Take them off. And you let them sit for a little while. Here's our finished product 5 minutes later. It's optional, but you can serve it with blue cheese, ranch, dressing, and dip. And that's how you make Emerald Lagasse's honey spicy chicken wings. Thank you.
Thanks, Chef Wisniewski. Now I know how to make my own spicy chicken wings.